Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. So as promised, a review of one of the new sets from the new Harrows 2023 range, and this is the Imperial Diamond. It looks quite an amazing looking dart, so let's check it out. So I'm reviewing the 23 gram version, the 90% tungsten. They're available in a range of weights: 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 in steel tip and 18 in 20 in soft tip, and the retail for £69.95. So the darts come in this nice cardboard packaging, got a nice picture on the back of the grip in close up. It's got an outer sleeve there, so take that off. And you got a nice big window showing you the contents there. Inside there's a plastic tray, and again on the back you just got a picture of the darts, and they come fitted into the little Harrows point holder, and they come supplied with the Harrows Carbon ST. I think they're the in-between size. And you've also got a set of the Harrows Imperial Diamond small standard flights. So the dart's fitted with a black coated point, and I would probably say it's a straight barrel style. You've just got a slight front taper and a slight taper on the ray, but as you can see, it's pretty amazing machine in that. I don't know if you can tell looking through here, but as you turn the dart around, it almost looks like kind of like a subtle bamboo, kind of a scallop style. I think it's just where the diamond sections are cut and they're kind of like slightly indented, but it is really amazing machining. And obviously I think it's going to work whether you're a front mid or rear, because there's no reason why it shouldn't, this style. But what I am surprised is it actually doesn't really feel grippy. I was really expecting it to be quite grippy. I thought you would be feeling all these little edges and it might be sticking into the fingers, but it actually almost feels like there's no grip at all. Whether it's just me, and maybe it's one of them darts that might feel different to other people. Some people might feel grip and others might not. But I think it's also down to the fact that it's so cleanly machined. There's no like sharp edges cutting into the skin. The only parts where I can feel a grip is like these parts where the two points of the diamonds kind of meet, and you feel like a little bit of a grip there. And obviously that ring section on the very end, that's probably the grippiest part. But an amazing looking dart, and I do like the way the light kind of glints off them diamonds, but we'll have a super close look at it just now. And there's the Carbon ST stems, very good stems them, and I think they've become quite popular. And the Harrows Imperial Diamond small standard flights. So there's a slightly tapered nose there, and as you can see, those diamond sections are cut really deeply, and it's got black PVD coating and obviously the gold nitride. And then if you look closely, you can probably see it almost has like a scallopy part, but it's all very cleanly machined. And then there's a couple of sections where you can see the natural tungsten. So them sections, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a slight like raised notch almost on them. So you do feel like that just a little bit. You can probably see it a bit better on that one there. And basically that pattern just repeats itself almost to the end. You know, it kind of reminds me of a pattern of some kind of 1960s wallpaper. Not that I was born in the 60s, but I've seen that kind of pattern. But look how clean it all is machined. And then at the very end it's a tapered section with a ring and groove, and then that quite familiar Harrows band with the logo on. So there you go, really nice impressive machining on these darts. That's the super close look at the Harrows Imperial Diamond darts. Darts fit with a black coated 25mm point. There's a taper at the front around about 5.3mm, but still contains the diamond grip. The diamond grip itself is pretty much the whole barrel. That's 36.1mm, but as you can see, there's like these silvery tungsten bands. You've got small thin sections and slightly wider sections, and then after the diamond grip you've got some thin ring grip, 3mm, then the Harrows logo, a smooth section with a kind of a small lip, that's 3.5mm, some more thin rings, 3mm, length 50.9mm, width 6.8mm. 23.10 grams. 23.10 grams again. 23.12 grams. Full setup, 24.82 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup, and this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. So for me it kind of feels low level grip, so the diamond section maybe around about 3, and probably the grippiest part is those rings at 4. Well, it seems to be flying through the air quite nice, but definitely doesn't feel grippy to me. I'm really surprised at that though. I thought with all them like cuts along it, I thought it was just going to be maybe too sticky, but my fingers are just kind of like running over the top of it, almost as if it's a smooth barrel. Getting a little bit from them little nobules that I mentioned, but it's very subtle, so not quite enough grip there for me. And I think when the fingers are on where the deep part of the diamond is, there's just a slight indent feeling. I wouldn't say it's a proper scallop, it just, as you would expect, like a kind of a little hole in the dart, but again, not enough grip from that either. But like I say, they're flying through the air quite nice. But overall, I'm not really sure the grip that's machined into the dart is actually doing anything other than looking very beautiful, and it certainly does, but it's so cleanly machined, like I mentioned. Normally when you get so many cut edges you kind of feel like a rough stickiness, but maybe it's just as well it isn't like that, because you'd probably be cutting your fingers, but like I say, it kind of almost feels like it's a smooth dart. So if you just want a dart that looks really nice and you don't need a lot of grip, then yeah, go for it. But like I said, it could be one of them darts. Some people may actually find it grippy, but for me it kind of feels low level grip. I don't know that got in the treble after that first start. I don't know. Oh, treble 1. It's buried itself right up to the nose on that one as well. The blade 6 is just a bit on the soft side, triple core. Now I have to look at myself here on the barrel, because obviously there's no like reference point, but my grip is in between like the two. Oh, managed to get another treble. It's in between the two silvery bands. Again, as you would expect, because it's a straight barrel really, nice balance there. And I do quite like the chunky feel of the dart. And I think overall it's got quite a nice profile. I'm just amazed that it doesn't feel as grippy as I was expecting it to be. So, I think it's going to work whether you're a front, mid or a rear gripper. Like I say, it flies through the air quite nice. there you go, from the middle grip. Now I'm holding it where them rings are, ring and groove, so it just tapers a little bit there, so obviously a bit thinner, but it's not massively more grippy, but it's probably the grippiest part on the dart for me anyway. But I can't throw it from that position at all, it just feels too awkward. Yeah, I think it's going to work if you want to grip it there, if that's where you naturally grip it. And like I said, it's probably the grippiest part, but overall I think the dart is a fairly low level grip. And like I say, it really is surprising when you look at it with all that machining on it. But it's a straight barrel, so it is going to work whether you're a front, mid or rear gripper. Yes! Hive power! I can feel it all right. That's for you, Stephen Hudson. Let's have a little zoom in there, if I can. We'll have a zoom in. Oops. And a bit closer. So, 1 treble 20, 2 treble 20, 3 treble 20. How I got that, I have no idea. But it makes me happy to get one now and then, especially on video. But I am a little bit disappointed with the darts, to be honest, because I was just expecting them to be a bit more grippy, and I do like a bit of grip on my darts, and there's just not enough grip there for me. Just can't understand it really. Whether they were made to not be grippy, I don't know. So I am going to be interested to hear what other people think when you get a set. So if you get a set and you actually do think they're grippy, then let us know in the comments, because it could be one of them darts, like I say. It might feel different to different people. But it's going to work whether you're a front, mid or rear gripper. And to me, it is really beautifully made. So if you like a dart that looks good, then great. Now at this point, I'm doing this review before the launch, so I have no idea how much they cost. But you'll have probably seen that early on in the video. So my guess is they're probably going to be the expensive set out of the Harrows range, but usually Harrows do a fairly decent price on their darts, but who knows. So, but having said that, even if they're like 65 quid or more, that's a lot of machining put into the dart. But like I said, I'm not really sure it's actually adding anything to the performance. So it might be just a case of, if you want a really beautiful looking dart, that's if you like it. I'm sure some people probably won't, but there you go. If you don't need a lot of grip, it's a really nice looking dart. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a close look. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy darting.